my name's Mark Hensby. I'm going to give you a couple of drills I use on the PlaneSWING. Had this for about 3 or 4 months and by far one of the best training aids on the market. In my takeaway, I tend to roll my arm in and my shoulder up high. Get the club a little bit inside. What I've found with this is it's really easy to get the feel to try and keep the club outside the hands. So what I'm trying to do is arms nice and soft, and I want my hands to feel like they're going towards that leg, and then I just let the PlaneSWING roller go up again. And what I'm feeling is this shoulder's almost going down, so it's a little steeper shoulder turn than what I'm used to. But to change, you got to exaggerate. So I'm really exaggerating this when I'm doing this. As I said, hands go down. And what I try and do too is also not have the club roll too, or the PlaneSWING roller get too tight on this. I want to feel like it's really light. So I'm not pushing it down, even though my hands are going down, it's nice and light. And then from there what I do is I try and get to the top of the swing. And what I like about this is that it makes you force you to turn to the top. I mean, you can't just swing your arms and just let, without a shoulder turn. So again, as my hands go down, that's where the club would be outside the top, a little exaggeration. And then from there, I feel like I turn it to the top. Sometimes I'll go all the way. Sometimes I stop, get the feel for where that would be, then turn. Now, on the way through, because I had a tendency to pull the club down behind me and get my hips going up out, what I'll try and do is, Bradley Hughes is my coach, and this is what we work on, is when I get there, get to the top, I'm going to feel like my hands are going out, but the roll is staying on. And what that does for me is it gets the club and this arm back in front of me. Mine tendency to get that way. So, and I kind of developed this on this PlaneSWING is I love the feel of it because I can really take it to the golf course after I'm done. So it feels like I'm throwing the club out, but all I'm trying to do is get that elbow back in front of me. Now, when I hit balls, none of this really happens. It's just an over-exaggeration of what I'm trying to feel. And then from there, so the first drill would be I work on steeper shoulders, nice and light, roller on the PlaneSWING. I make a nice big full shoulder turn. Then I feel like my hands go out. They don't. Obviously the club's still behind me even though my hands are going this way. Again, a nice right arm position in front of my body, and then from there I'll try and feel like I'm using my body to turn, and then when I get to here, I finish my follow through, and I keep because I've always done this, I'm trying to exaggerate the opposite. So for me, my follow through in general is once it's here, I'll rotate my body, regain it, and then I fold it under. Now, sometimes I just swing here and feel like it goes under. This is exaggeration. I don't do that when I hit the golf ball, trust me. That's an exaggeration. For most of the people using the PlaneSWING, they're going to feel like they do this, which is good because most of the amateurs and the club golfer tend to come over the top. Now, when I said my hands come off, but notice this stayed on. So my hands feel like they're going this way, but this stays on. Now, people say, well, you're coming over the top. Well, that's not true because the club's still here. I know it sounds a little confusing, but I'm going to show you. So I'm going to go down, practice my takeaway. Nice full shoulder turn. Now, hands go out, club stays on. Now the club golfer or the higher handicapper, their hands go out and their club goes out. So there's the difference. Hands go out, so that creates that arm, right arm position in front of me. Now I use my body to rotate, get it back on, and then I fold it under. Keeps me in my posture. Now, I know I've repeated myself on this, but this is an exaggeration for me. I won't do that when I hit a golf ball. That's what I want to feel, but I don't do that. I have a mirror here so I can see my positions, especially my head. I don't want it to feel like it's going this way. Constantly keep an eye on making sure that when I make my backswing, I feel like it may go down a little bit, which is fine. Now I'm going to rotate to the top, keep my head there. Now it comes back down. I rotate in, fold under. So that's what I use the PlaneSWING for. It's been phenomenal. I've changed much faster than I would do without it, there's no doubt. Bradley uses drills I use on this. I use the boards which we put in between our feet, pressure-wise, to feel it. And to be honest, sometimes I even just stand there and just swing it away like this, just to get a nice rhythm, because I just love the way that it stretches you out, but it also doesn't put any stress on your joints. And I do it very lightly. I don't want too much pressure on the PlaneSWING. I just let it kind of flow along it. But yeah, that's it. I mean, it's definitely one of the better training aids I've had. I love it. I use it every day at the moment, especially with what's going on in the world. And yeah, I reckon that's what works for me. I think if you buy one, hopefully you do. If you buy a PlaneSWING, once you learn what you're doing wrong, you can do your drills on this and change much faster with the weight of this and just keeping the club on it. And practice certain positions where you really struggle, and make sure you exaggerate, because exaggeration is what it's all about. You cannot change your golf swing unless you exaggerate to a degree that it may feel absolutely crazy, but it should feel crazy. But yeah, I've found that I'm changing much faster than in previous times. I've tried to work on my swings, and as I said, especially now I've got time to work on it. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the next few years, hopefully on the senior tour and wherever else I may play. But yep, thanks a lot for watching, and I hope this helps.